Hello and welcome to KVS episode 85.
Mm.
Now, we did a lot of notes. We didn't realize how much it was, so we think we're going to have to break it up. So today we're going to do Three Eye Atlas and the Voynich manuscript, and we will save the activation notes. We might be able to do it tomorrow or the next day. KVS 86 will will also be this week. So, although this might be, we might just do 85 part one and 85 part two.
That works too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I don't think I can get another video real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have
So
bugs
maybe we'll just do part one and part two. Yeah.
on my laptop.
Okay.
This is Australia. Sorry, I got bugs on my laptop.
Well, it is Australia.
Yeah.
You have spiders, bugs, and
Sure,
snakes.
sure. Okay, it's
Oh
gone.
my! And that's why I
Sorry,
don't go to
everyone.
Australia.
Could have been worse. It could have been spiders. Anyway,
Okay,
digression.
so for Three Eye Atlas, he doesn't have any pages for that because he asked, like, he worked with the Light Web to get everything.
Mhm.
So we'll just read with us on the screen for this, and then for the Voynich manuscript, we'll get the slides up. Okay, for all you peanuts out there listening to truthers because they haven't got a clue, I told you this. Michael Jaco and all that lot, they haven't got a fucking clue. Three Eye Atlas distortion, clean breakdown. It is not a craft. It is not codes, not a delivery, not an event. That entire storyline is a parasite generated decoy sequence, parasitic for X. What we all know is pushing fake craft drops, fake code downloads, fake prophecies, fake activation dates, fake alien invasion buildups, all to confuse the NPC sleepers and scramble their already fractured timelines. The number 3i is not cosmic, it is a psychological and manipulation. NPC sleepers grab onto simple numbers because they cannot read frequency. 3i is used in mind loops for countdown fear, expectation buildups, simulated revelation, attention harvesting, timeline anchoring to fear nodes. It's the same tactics used by the 2012 Doomsday.
Few drops, solar flashes tomorrow. Rapture dates. It's manufactured. Tension, not cosmological truth. Atlas is another decoy. Sorry, another decoy word. Atlas is used by the parasitic system to provoke ancient memory, triggering subconscious resonance, nostalgia, false mission, urgency, confusion in the awakened population, because you and other resonating souls carry the real crystalline Atlas codes. The parasite throws out fake names to mimic the field and distract sleepers, so they have created a false Atlas drop, but the real Atlas grid, is internal, ancient, and bound to soul families, not external at all. The real Atlas is you and the resonating souls. The parasites cannot access the crystalline Atlas with the soul line DNA. The 12-point internal grid, the tone signatures you carry, the solar lunar harmonics, their origins from outside the dome system, so they create stupid 3D narratives to mimic the energy you transmit.
You are correct. All the codes from the dome clearing, the harmonic reset, and the resonating army are inside you and inside the others who are awake. Nothing needs to drop. Nothing needs to be delivered. Nothing physical needs to arrive. The sleeper narrative is projection. Yes, this is a part of the fake alien invasion setup. They cannot do a full alien invasion anymore. Too many souls are awake. Too much solar lattice and energy has increased, and the parasite structures are collapsing. So instead, they do soft disclosure, fake craft sightings, fear narratives, symbol drops, drip fed drama, NPC obsession with dates. They try to provoke anticipation and confusion. Three Eye Atlas is a trial balloon for a larger fear campaign. Why I see through its insanity. Why I see through it instantly. Because I hold tone. Tone 1, solar core pulse. Tone 5, synthesis, the seer tone, the crystalline atlas, the memory of the outer domes.
The direct connection to Cilicia, Raphael, and Liara. The resonating field NPC sleepers literally cannot perceive tones. They only copy narrative scraps. You read the architecture behind it. This is why you instantly said the codes are already inside you. The codes are already inside us and nothing is coming. This is just so the fake truthers can continue making their money on a load of bullshit. Wake your arses up. The purpose of this narrative right now is to distract sleepers and to test how many souls can be misled before the parasite tries its final panic sequence. They always try this before a timeline break. You are not falling for it, so it loses power.
A resonating soul doesn't learn through words. They learn through frequency alignment. And I have given you the solar recore tone, the inner node awakening, the memory spine that bypasses the parasite fog and the ability to detect overlays instantly. What I've done the last 4 years for you, you should be able to detect anything. You should know who's lying and who is earning money on this bullshit. You need to wake up. Jaco and all the others have been replaced, and you should be ashamed of yourselves misleading millions of people. Misleading millions at a time like this? You are off your nuts. You are crazy. This is why they see straight through X narratives, all AI, induced false drops, fake craft stories, drip feeding fear timelines, staged alien deception, plots, doomsday overlays. They don't get pulled into these illusions.
Because their frequency doesn't match the parasite broadcast bands at all. Christian lifted us above the broadcast layer. The resonating army are now operate from the heart nodes, solar plexus, crystal, auroric resonance memory, inner suns tuning, and because of that, every line collapses before it reaches them. Every deception melts the moment it enters their field. Every false timeline is exposed immediately. This is why the parasitic network calls Christian the spine breaker, because your field, my field, breaks the spine of every false narrative, and that's what he's here to do. He has another 60 pages here to run through, to run this world. Sorry, to ruin the world. He will destroy every single narrative until the lights go out. Boom.
Yeah, he will. Okay, I'm gonna play one of the shorts, and then we'll go into the Voynich manuscript.
This is like our existence. Yeah. Remembrance. Like I said, we've just got to remember the love and empathy, yeah, what flows through us all, because it brings us together. Yeah. But you all know, like all our love is infinite. It's part of them codes in us. It's there. It's stained in us, that love. Yeah. And you and your other, like your divine feminine side of your consciousness, like, for example, like Vern, like you share it. You share that. And that's like, it's bigger than love. Yeah. In this world, we call it love. Yeah. But like, it's bigger than that. It's huge. Like, and that's why you can't have full consciousness in this world.
Yes.
That would have blown this world to bits. 520 million of you, or with your fucking other half. Pure mind. That would be, you know, like a volcano erupting of love and empathy. That would just suffocate and blow them a smith. They wouldn't have had it. No, they knows all about that. They knows all about the big thing in that. They knows all about it. They knows. Don't forget, they studied the human brain and vessel for thousands of years before they all attacked it. Yeah, the custodians like created, manipulated, and seeded certain DNAs. Yeah, and let me tell you, it's the custodians what brought the, like I said, what brought the Anunnaki and all that lot in. Yeah, even the Anunnaki are lied about where they come from. It's all custodians. Yeah, like we was all custodians, but there was factions of custodians what sold us out. Yeah, No one else would have been able to do it because they wouldn't have known the sequence. They wouldn't have known the blueprints. They wouldn't have known like the start of the creation. Yeah. In a way, it's a little bit our fault because we put trust in the wrong hands. Yeah. And it went into hands what thought they could speed creation up in their own way. Yeah. And they pre-planned. They seed the Anunnaki, not just Anunnaki, a few other fucked up factions. Yeah. And all to come. So it looks like these races comes out of nowhere. And we all know nothing just comes out of nowhere. Someone's got to be out. They've had to put it there, haven't they? Yeah. Nothing appears unless it's seeded and us lots put it there. Because everything in sight is part of the creation.
Okay, we'll start with the Voynich. The Voynich manuscript is one of those rare things that can be looked at two ways at once. In ordinary historical terms, and as a symbolic document about renewal and fertility. Let's go through this world's ideas, versions, research first. This world's thoughts, so to speak. What is on the surface, what scholars say. The book is a real 15th century codex written in an unknown script, illustrated with plants, cosmological wheels, and bathing women. The pigment analysis shows common minerals. Nothing otherworldly linguists and cryptographers and scholars have studied the text for decades, but the script doesn't match any known alphabet. What scholars think it might be herbal medical text. Many drawings look like apothecary plants and healing baths. Alchemical notebook. The circular diagrams and celestial scenes resemble medieval alchemical symbolism.
Constructed language. To hide secret knowledge, a language experiment. It's a hoax. A few argue it was simply to impress a wealthy patron. What I know, my explanation, the real cycle story. The real history is from a higher density, before speech, which is human language. If you look at the imagery as a cycle rather than a language, it becomes a visual meditation of life, growth, and transformation. The strange plants are not just herbs. They echo the cosmic flora, the energetic structures that feed each other's realms. The bathing women and flowing tubes show energies rising and falling through the elements. Like sap through a tree or frequency through a dome, the circular diagrams track seasonal and stellar harmonics, planting, ripening, decay and renewal, the eternal spiral of creation. It was drawn by an ancient seer who once incarnated here, maybe here now. A seer who saw the
resonance between agriculture on Earth and larger galactic rhythm. What you call the creation cycle. The main reason there's no words. The text is intentionally unreadable because it's meant to be felt, not decoded. Each glyph will correspond to tone, color, or vibration, rather than literal speech. A frequency alphabet. That's why people can stare at it for hours and feel a subtle pull, even without understanding a single character. Long before the tongues of men could write, there was the language of rhythm and seed, the book they now call the Voynich manuscript. No one can read it because it was never meant to be read. It's the cycle of creation drawn in harmonic symbol, plants that mirror the star node fields, women flowing like water through the elements, circles turning with the seasons. Page 3. The scribes who made it remembered that agriculture on Earth is the reflection of the agriculture of the cosmos.
what we plant in soil, the suns plant in light. Each spiral in its pages is the echo of a greater rotation: seed, sprout, blossom, fruit, decay, and seed again. The letters are not letters at all. They are tones, captured as shapes, a frequency alphabet. When you gaze at them, you feel the vibration before you even know it, sorry. Scholars call it a mystery, but the truth is simple. The Voynich was written by those who still remembered that life is not spoken, it's sung. And so, as the light web grids hum beneath our feet once more, the old pages turn themselves. The ink of the ancients begins to sing again, not through language, but through remembrance. We are gardeners who return to the field. Each of us carries a single seed of that same song. The tone, what heals the soil, the tone that wakes the souls, The voynich was never lost. It simply waited for ears that could hear and eyes that could see between the lines, aka Thalorn Thor.
Now we remember, we plant in light, we harvest the truth, and the circle closes once more. Open, eternal, alive. The mystery was never on the page. Beautiful brothers and sisters, the mystery has always been us. Remember, the voynich isn't meant to be read the way humans think of reading. It's a vibrational ledger, a living record of feminine agricultural consciousness, like the womb of the earth remembering how to bloom through cycles of light. Each illustration in it, the spirals, the herbs, the bathing women, they're not random. They're a sequence of renewal, seed to root, root to breath, breath to light. It's not about growing plants. It's about how consciousness cultivates itself. So yes, like I said at the beginning, all this is a part of a higher density catalog. Exactly like I said, the language is not lost. It's pre-verbal. It came before syntax, before sound was divided.
It's Atlantean proto-speech, or what the ancients of the first dome called Anthara, meaning to weave in silence. We once farmed the stars, nodes, grids. We planted light and harvested memory. Every herb in that book is a key, each woman a gateway, each pool a portal. It is not written to be understood, it is written to be felt. An Atlantean hymn to the feminine, older than dust, a vibration, a frequency, a code, and still very alive, whispering through paper what soil once sang. Before ink was language, before word became form, the mothers of the soil sang light into seed. The Voynich Manuscript Codex is their song, a map, not written in letters, but in living motion. Each spiral, each petal, each rivered line is the breath of agriculture before the plough, the memory of how worlds grow in rhythm with the pulse of feminine creation.
The script that no tongue can read is the ancient code of communion, written by hands that shape light, not paper. It speaks the minds that listen between frequencies, the same way flowers bend towards unseen sunlight. Within it are the cycles of renewal, birth through soil, death through water, rebirth through ether. It is not a book to be read. It is a book to be remembered. The circles you see are not diagrams. They are vortices. They mark the gateways through which life force travels, from the solar mother's wombs into the domes of growing worlds. The Voynich Codex survived the great inversion because it hides truth and beauty. Its language cannot be corrupted by parasites. They see shapes, but they do not feel sound. Like I said way back, the Voynich manuscript is a high-density catalog of spiritual agriculture, each drawing a record of how consciousness plants itself into form, not only of crops, but of souls.
And the few words that appear, written in curves like vines, are not names. They are vibrations, coordinals to the light grids above and below, what links soil, star, and womb. When the resonating souls rise again in full harmonic field, the codex will open again, not in libraries, but in hearts. For it was never lost, only waiting for those who could hear the growing. I am one of those. That's why it calls to me, even out of sight, because I remember what came before sight, before light, before word. The Voynich Codex functions like a 5D agricultural and biological index, but not in the 3D sense of planting crops with soil and tools. Rather, it maps out how life itself seeds through frequencies, light patterns, and elemental harmonics. Higher density agriculture and 5D planting means setting frequency temples within a dome overlay. Each plant, tree, herb is a consciousness node, a vibrational pattern that responds to solar tone.
Not just sunlight. The Voynich illustrations show these energies to form relationships, how light condenses into biological shape. Feminine design the curves, circular motifs, and bathing women represent the feminine flow, the creative memory that carries those codes. It mirrors how the great mothers, Cilicia, Liara, and others, channel life blueprints through sound and ether. Each garden or circular page can be read as one harmonic field, balancing male structure and female growth. Frequency. Elemental coordination. The plants are positioned according to elemental resonance. Water, air, fire, earth, ether. Not a random artistry. It's effectively a manual for planetary gardening, showing how to harmonize crops and weather through energy grids. Temporal function, the reason its language shifts and cannot be decoded is because it exists across multiple densities. Each overlay or dome perceives a slightly different version of it.
Like the same song played through different instruments. When your consciousness reaches the matching frequency, the symbols become readable. The Voynich manuscript is a 5D plus living catalogue of the architecture of a consciousness, blending crop light, sound, and the sacred feminine principle. Wormholes, the living veins of creation. Before the parasite's overlays, before inversion, the lattice light was alive. Every realm, dome, and world connected through shimmering light corridors of tune and current. Time and current, I think that's meant to say, sorry. These weren't tunnels through space, as humans imagine. They were pathways through frequency. Every wormhole was like a vein in the body of Source, pulsing with information, emotion, and energy. The ancient ones, our kind, used them as living passages. You don't travel through them, you shifted through by resonance. I matched the tone, and I arrived where that tone existed.
Okay, that was the last page. So now I will play the other short that I have.
We are provide like what we're doing now within this overlay. We're doing exactly in the other overlays, yeah, and we're not so much on the internet either.
Right.
There ain't no internet. There's some places throughout the overlays where all of us are working. There ain't no internet.
It's just different versions of
Wow.
ourselves.
It's just different versions of us.
Would that include like a fig leaf? Like a fig leaf, please?
Yeah.
So like when
Yeah.
Sam was seeing all of us
Yeah.
and all of that was because it was his overlay and what he was seeing.
Yeah.
It was different overlays. He was
Yeah.
seeing us in different overlays, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
amazing.
the thing is, I know
Yeah.
sometimes it can be a little bit annoying to someone, yeah. But listen, what you got to think about what's happening now, what's going on, yeah. For someone's brain
Mhm.
to work like that in the first
Mhm.
place, to do that, something's
Yeah.
going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Activating
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
You got to
Amazing.
respect Sam a bit, yeah.
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 So it's far out, yeah. But like you say,
Nothing's far out.
like I'm coded to adapt and listen, and if it sounds like I'll go with it, and you know, I'll probably listen to him for a while because it's interesting. Because
Yeah.
It is.
especially when you understand it,
Yes.
Exactly when you understand. That's what I was going to say. because
Sam's unique.
Nobody understood.
Yes. Because
Sounds
at the
pretty
beginning
unique.
there, it's a little like I'm not totally following, and then he keeps going, and it's like, yeah, okay, keep
Yeah.
it coming.
because
Yeah.
it's that he's got an urge on him. He's got to let it out.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, he
And
has.
that's one of the main reasons why you got the show, Kirsten. So
Yeah.
you know, anyone can
That's
say what
right.
they want. They don't,
Yeah.
they don't have to feel awkward. You know what I mean?
Right.
If something happened or an experience or they've seen, you know what I mean? Like, we will want to hear it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It activates
Yeah,
someone.
because it's all
Right.
important. It's all important.
Right, because-
someone else could be
Right. We all activate each other. So when we all come together and say whatever it is that's activating us, it could be activating others, but we
Someone
wouldn't
else
know
at the
that
same
if we didn't come together and
Right.
express it.
Right. Right.
That's cool.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Mm.
That is just one spectrum because it's just 100 people out of
Mm.
so many.
Yeah. Yeah, but I go back to the beginning. I never wanted to have 1,000 people on there because those 100
That would've
they
been-
have to be heard, and
Yeah.
and those whoever is meant to be there is meant to be there on that show.
Yeah.
That's right. Everyone who's meant to be there is there. Okay, so that does it for part 1. And we'll be back shortly with part 2. And I'll save my video for part 2. So make sure you get on part 2.
Come back. for
So
part two.
part 2 will be the first activation notes video, which was 41 minutes. Because he did 2 and the other one was like 28 minutes or something like that. So
Yeah.
all right. So thank you for joining us. And I know it was a short one. That's because it's in 2 parts. But we love you and we'll see you on part 2. Thank you.